next guest really does not need any introduction. I'll do it anyway. But the gentleman to my right and his company is synonymous with hydronics, comfort, excellence, contracting, caring for the contractor, I guess. John White. Johnny White, head of Taco Comfort Systems. To be formal about it, but we really don't need it. I'm glad you are here. As everybody in the media knows, when AHR opens at 9 o'clock, we're always at the Taco booth for the press event that more or less officially opens the show. And this one was a little different, and it's just a sad occasion because of the passing of your son, and I didn't even notice until now, because one of the big events too for opening day is the Taco party later on after the show is over, and I didn't notice until now that it says J3 on the band. So
that's a little memento.
It's very nice. So I know I always hate to bring this up and talk about it, but I mean, what can we say?
You know, I guess life deals you the hand of cards you're dealt, and so it's just imperative to move forward. My daughter-in-law Katie says, "No, I'm not moving on. I'm moving forward."
Yes.
And whatever that means, I'm all in. He's gone, and we can never get him back, but he's always loved and will never be forgotten.
Very much so. Yes. And Katie, your daughter-in-law, and your granddaughter were bestowed the Dan Hallahan Lifetime Achievement Award. So
Yes,
that's
they
good.
were. At Madison Marie White, and her little cousin was with her, Winona Rose White, and that award goes really to them, for him, because he loved those two little girls. And they are something really special. So it was just a nice thing to do, and tonight at the party, I've always been allergic to speeches at these parties. I never have allowed them. And tonight I'm going to say a few things about Jen. And then, Steve, this issue is closed, this chapter. We've gotten through, and now we move forward.
Fair enough. Well, let's look forward to hearing that speech tonight, and I guess putting it all behind us.
Yeah, that's what we got to try to do, and move forward. Yeah.
Very much. Now, from a company standpoint, I mean, Cheryl introduced you and described you as her work husband.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell us about the company? What's new and exciting? What direction are you going? What's next for Taco?
So over the last, I'm going to say decade, I made the decision to grow the company. And I didn't do it for the sake of growth, but I did it for the sake of protection, because we were still the small guy in a big industry. And a great reputation and all the good stuff, but I mean big competitors that aren't necessarily always playing us. So my theory was always that to be safe, we needed to grow the company and the financial stability, which we did. And in so doing, I hit some very rough spots a couple of times. Right, I went broke. So
You've been open about that.
Yeah, I did that. I've done that twice in my life, and I don't want to do it again. But anyway, it's okay. It was part of the growing experiences. But now we have a company which is, I've always called my little experiment, but it's now $500 million, and really moving forward. And it's not about just the money or the stability. It's about providing a good place to work where people are safe, and their jobs are safe, their families are safe, and all the right stuff happens. I believe in people. I think, as you know, I'm no businessman. I just have a great business, and I love people. And to put those two together, and we've done well. And they have succeeded and prospered, and their families have. And that's all I ever cared about. So now, where do we go from here? Continue to grow, I think, and continue to create stability and prosperity for the well-being of our employees, which is now up approaching 1,500. Used to be 500 until the last couple of years.
Are there any specifics you can share? I mean, I know you're more of a strategy guy, but are there product lines or products or acquisitions?
So we did the two acquisitions in Europe over the last 7 years.
Okay.
very small, cumulatively, the size of the tube was small. Now it's not. Now it took off just with the Takeo name. I think two have come together and created quite something in Europe. I think we're now entering, and so we have a lot of new products, as we always. It's the lifeblood of any company, right? And but now we're entering a new phase where we are today last year introduced an air-to-water heat pump. And this is, our partner is a German company, Diplex, a very, very solid company. And I believe, and I don't want to overstate anything, but I do believe that from what I've been told, this heat pump is the most advanced heat pump in the world. Now, this is significant from this standpoint, as I look at it. For the 100 years, Takeo, aside from the shell and tube heat exchangers, which we still make a lot, but aside from that, we've never been in the heat creation business. We don't do boilers, we don't do furnaces, we don't do water heaters. But this is our first, move into that, and I think it's because we just need to keep expanding our contribution to this whole climate, correction, whatever it is. I wish they'd stop cutting down millions and millions of trees to put up solar panels, because I think trees do create our clean oxygen. But anyway, that's another subject. But so we're entering that, and that should be a big deal for us, and we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to walk over there, but we will later. I think you have a booth tour with John Bastian tomorrow to do that. And we have a story coming out in our March issue with Mark Chaffee, who talks about the heat.
Oh yeah, he's the guy, right?
Yeah.
And we had, by the way, very interestingly, just very quickly, one of our senators from Rhode Island, Jack Reed, a very high-ranking senator in the United States Senate, and he actually came to Rhode Island to kind of roll out Joe Biden's rebate plan for all this stuff, and he chose to do it at Takeo. And if you've noticed, all of a sudden I have noticed, heat pump is a buzzword now. Everybody's talking about heat pumps.
Everybody is.
News, on the ads, everything else. He rolled out Joe Biden's rebate program on all this high efficiency stuff at Takeo with the heat pump as the centerpiece of the deal. And the guy who works with Joe Biden on the whole energy rebate program nationally. And then that thing went viral on Jack Reed's own social media sites. And so we've gotten some good publicity. It's very interesting to me. I'm watching. I'm not too deeply involved. Mark Chaffee, if you speak to him, he's absolutely the guy.
Well, everybody can read that a little more about that interview with Mark in our March issue coming out. So good. Anything else we can talk about that's new and different at Takeo?
No, no. I think it's just important to always remember that Takeo's focus is on its people, on our customers and their people.
Always has been.
On just trying to create an environment where every time somebody buys a Takeo product, they're really contributing to somebody's life, somebody's kids, somebody's education. I don't care about the money we make. That'll happen if people are safe and happy and their families can grow and prosper. That's what happens. And that's what Takeo's all about. That's why by golly, Steve, that's why I'm still here.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good positive note to end this on.
Absolutely.
And we'll look forward to your speech tonight.
Now it'll be 5 minutes. Just
all right.
Closure.
It'll be a good 5 minutes. All right. Thank you.